In one of his most confrontational speeches directed at the West in recent years, Russian President Vladimir Putin has chastised the United States for leaving the Intermediate-Range Nuclear Forces Treaty. Putin warned America's leadership against deploying intermediate-range missiles in Europe.
The U.S. neglected and deliberately ignored the essence of the positions laid out in the Intermediate-Range Nuclear Forces Treaty. In particular, according to the agreement, and I quote, each of the sides is to liquidate their intermediate-range missiles and their launch installations.
Addressing the country's two-chamber parliament, the Federal Assembly, during his annual State of the Nation speech on February 20th, Russian president said that Moscow would not only target the countries hosting the U.S. weapons, but the United States itself.
Russia will be forced to create and deploy weapons aimed not only at territories housing missile systems that threaten us, but also toward the places where decisions are made to use those rockets against us.
February 2nd, following 5 years of heated accusations by the U.S. and its NATO allies that Moscow is violating the Cold War-era agreement, the Trump administration suspended the INF Treaty, a key nuclear arms control pact with Russia.
Russia has jeopardized the United States' security interest, and we can no longer be restricted by the treaty while Russia shamelessly violates it.
Washington gave Moscow 6 months to fully comply with the INF Treaty before it ends the deal August 2nd. NATO says Russians were violating the agreement by developing and fielding the 9M729 missile system, which, as Western allies argue, poses significant risks to Euro-Atlantic security. Igor Tsikhanenka, VOA News, Washington.